Hey guys, it's Trevor. It's week 8 on F to M television, and this week's topic is lesbians who date trans men. I guess specifically lesbians who date trans men who solely identify as a lesbian. Um, for me, it is a big deal if I'm dating somebody who is identifying as a lesbian in public while we're together. If they want to identify as a lesbian when exclusively just in our interaction and our relationship, that's fine by me because I don't actually do labels. Like if I'm dating somebody, the most for a label I will do is like partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc. But as far as I know, and I don't think this has changed in the years that I've been out, being a lesbian means women attracted to women or women dating women, pretty much women on women. So if a woman is dating a trans man, trans guy, trans boy, um, that's not the definition of lesbian because we're not girls. Not in any way, shape, or form, even if we are extremely flamboyant. I can be extremely flamboyant at times, and it doesn't make me a girl. I think my biggest issue with it is, like, I wouldn't think it would be such a big deal for me. I know a lot of trans guys out there really get really upset and really offended when a lesbian who is interested in them identifies as a lesbian, just because of the sole fact that we don't have a penis. I might not have the biggest set of junk in my pants, but let me tell you, I've probably got bigger balls than most cis guys out there, so I don't think that should be defining whether or not you're in a relationship with a lesbian. For me, the biggest problem is when, I'm out with girls who I'm on a date with or whatever, and I meet their friends, and they introduce me as Trevor, but then in pretty much in the same sentence, or they'll be like, oh, but this, yeah, I'm gay, or I'm a lesbian, and I'm like, and then they look at me funny because they're like, well, you just said that you were dating him, but you're saying you're a lesbian, and to me, that pretty much outs me right away. Because obviously, if you're identifying as a solely lesbian, you're not going to be with a man. So, for me, you're just putting it out there, being like, yeah, I'm a lesbian who likes trans men because they are girls from the waist down, sometimes the entire body, but they just think like a man. Not the case, honeys. It, and like, I don't want to get all frustrated and pissy about it, but really, like, if you are a sole lesbian and you're exclusively dating trans men, or you're, interested in trans men, you're not a lesbian. And I will argue this till I'm blue in the face, as will pretty much any trans guy I know. Like I said, exclusively in my relationship, I don't put labels on it, so if you want to be a lesbian, that's fine. But don't be telling people that you're a lesbian when you're with me, because you're not. Unfortunately, our interaction is a pansexual interaction or a straight interaction. There's no two other ways to put it. When you're interacting with a trans man, you're not interacting with a girl whatsoever. Even if they're like pre-T, pre any surgery, they're still a man. And a lot of lesbians don't get that, which I don't understand, because like, it's really not that hard of a concept. If you're transgendered and you're female to male, you're male. If you're transgendered and you're male to female, you're female. It's really not hard to get, but apparently a lot of people have a problem with that. And I know I'm sounding a little bit douchey about it, but as a trans guy, and just all my other trans brothers and stuff, we already have a hard enough time fitting into the community, that we don't need people who are interested in us to not accept us for who we are, because essentially that's what you're doing. By not admitting that you're in a relationship with a man, so you're at least bi, it's offensive because you're just telling the world that, oh, you like me, but you don't like me for me. You like me for my parts. Um, which, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's offensive, and um, we work hard every day to fit into this world in a normal way, and we don't need people that claim to be interested in us um, telling us otherwise, or telling the world otherwise, that we're not who we are. To me, a lot of the times, I find in the trans community, there's a lot of chasers. I don't know whether any of you guys have ever experienced this, but um, I have. I used to be part of a drag king troupe, and there's a lot of drag king and tranny chasers out there that will go after trans men. It's like we're some big freaking fetish or something, um, which is, can also be offensive, because we're not doing this just because we want to be somebody's like fantasy dream play thing. We're human, and unfortunately, this is a disorder that we were given and born with, and we have to deal with it on a daily basis. Um, so, like, I don't know, for advice that I could give to any trans guys out there who are either in relationships with girls who claim to be solely lesbian or have experienced this, stand your ground, guys. We know who we are, and I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let some other part of the community tell me any different. I will admit, I got a vagina. I do. Whatever. It doesn't define who I am, and it definitely doesn't make me a lesbian whatsoever. Never has. It never will. I probably will never have bottom surgery, and I will always be a guy. So stand your ground. Don't let these guys boss you around. And if they're not willing to admit that they're in a non-lesbian relationship with you, or it's a non-lesbian interaction, then to be honest, I don't think they're worth your time. You just need to make sure that you stay true to you, because that's who you are. You know it. I know it. Everybody else that's on this channel with me knows it. And unfortunately, there's just some narrow-minded people out there. The lesbians hate it, especially the butch lesbians hate it. Absolutely can't stand it when they get referred to as sir or dudes, or told that they look like they're men. Yet we're expected to be okay with the lesbian community being like, oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm dating him, but he's trans, so we're a lesbian couple. No. um, you guys don't like it when we say, when we call you dude, you get really uptight and really, no, I'm a woman. Just because I dress this way doesn't make me any less of a woman. Just because I have a vagina doesn't make me any less of a man. And I probably know that this video is going to get a lot of nasty comments, and I'm okay with that because it's the truth. And I can take it. I'm a big boy. It's not going to change my opinion. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that topic. I know that everybody else will be posting this week, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of opinions, maybe different, some similar to mine, but, yeah, it's who I am. It's who I'm always going to be. I'm not a lesbian. If I'm dating a lesbian, we're not a lesbian couple, especially out in public. Like I said, in my exclusive relationship, which probably doesn't make sense to some people, but I don't really care. The last girl, I guess second last girl that I dated, identified as a lesbian pansexual, which was fine by me, because at least there was, some other role in there. But I haven't really ever experienced too terribly much a lesbian being in a relationship. I've gone on a few dates with girls that claim to only be lesbians, but those didn't last because I wasn't feeling respected. Anyways, guys, my lunch is almost done, and so I should probably go and make it, and then I'm going to be heading out for the rest of the afternoon. I have the day off today, so it's very beautiful outside in Vancouver, so I may hit up the beach. But hopefully everybody is well, and hopefully this video got out what it was supposed to. I'm sorry if it didn't, but did my best. Sorry if I sound a little bit douchey, but a topic like this you can't really be nice about and sugarcoat, because it's not a sugarcoating topic. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna jet off now and eat my craft dinner, and hope you guys have a great afternoon. Remember to be kind to one another, but most importantly, always be kind to yourself. Take care, guys.